right. Hey, welcome everybody. This is Mitch, beautiful Northwest Arkansas, USA, along with some of my leader friends here with MPGXtreme, Mr. Jason Meisner, Miss Rebecca, Mr. Renz, and if I'm forgetting you, I'm sorry, but and others. And we're glad you're here to see what's happening in Nigeria. And I promise you, we're not wasting your time. Okay. Now, you are seeing something here before the masses. That's one thing you need to understand. And once the masses catch wind of what's happening here, it's going to move very, very quickly. And everybody you know is likely to hear about this either online or in person from somebody. Okay. And it might as well be you. Okay. So anyway, my name's Mitch. I'm in beautiful Northwest Arkansas, USA. My good friend Mike Renz reached out to me about this time last summer, and he actually couldn't tell me what it was about. I mean, it was kind of top secret at the time. We were part of the same company back at prior to that. We became friends there at that company, but he was so excited about it. I knew who was involved with this launch, and I trust these people. So I gave Mike my commitment right then. And I said, okay, I'm in, and you just let me know as soon as it launches, and I'll go ahead and, we'll do the thing, right? So that was then, and we went through all the same types of difficulties and challenges during that period of time that you all have. And it's been worth the wait. Okay, so it's been a lot of fun, great people. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hand this off to Mr. Jason Meisner, who's going to talk to you about the leadership, company, and up until we talk about the timing, which is impeccable. So with that being said, Mr. Meisner, take it away.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Mitch. Really appreciate that. And welcome to those of you who are watching live and on the recording. This is our now going to be 2 times a week Nigerian Zoom, and we're anticipating this will end up being daily because, as you saw there at the beginning, the welcome slide said high speed, big dreams. The high speed on that is going to be the important part, because this thing is going to be built to go very, very fast in Nigeria. It was built to go extremely fast in the United States, but Nigeria is going to be an extremely, extremely interesting market. Big things are coming. For those of you that have stuck with us this entire time, your patience is going to be rewarded. So Andrew, Nancy Burling are our master distributors. One of the key factors in me, like Mitch was saying, the trust. I had a very good experience with them about 10 years ago. The trust for them with me was a critical piece of me even accepting the opportunity to join. Mike Renz, there you see on the right, just double diamond, with his wife Tammy, also a very big factor in me joining this company. I've known Mike for 30 years. There's a trust level with him, not just the fact that I've known him 30 years, but his experience and what he brings to the table from a network marketing perspective was huge in my decision making as well. Randy and Kathy Tynert, I have met recently, but I can tell you guys they're the real deal. They've been around for 20 some years, and their experience in the business from a leadership standpoint and as running their own company standpoint is very important in this process as well. And yeah, thank you for Mitch for going on to the next slide, because we do need to highlight their company as well. So that we've established MPGXtreme in April of 2022, right around that time when Mitch couldn't be told what it was. I was in the same boat as well. Wasn't really sure what they had. I just knew Mike was excited, and now we know why. So they're located in Maple Grove, Minnesota, with an 18,000 square foot facility, and there's room to expand, everybody. So there's not going to be any worries about getting too big too quick. We do have more space to work with if needed, and it will be needed. They employ an in-house staff with cross-trained customer service representatives. That means this is not a cloud company. When we talked about a little bit off camera about this being a company that's going to do it the right way, we're going to register, we're going to get all our licenses and everything. This is another part of that whole scenario where, hey, you call this company, you're going to get somebody answering the phone, or you're going to get a return phone call because you're going to be able to leave an actual message. We do manufacture. That's another aspect of this business that gives us a great great advantage over other companies that have to do third party. And we offer high quality products to international customers, which Nigeria is about to find out. And we achieve a high rate of retention based on exceptional brand loyalty because of that. So as most people know, especially you in Nigeria, because we know the subsidies have been removed for your fuel consumption, we know the pain is real. And it's not just that. Obviously, worldwide, we've had record inflation, interest rates that continue to rise. Obviously, we all know about the fuel prices, grocery, insurance, household, dining, everything, travel, everything is going up. Everybody across the world it's everybody, right? It's Nigeria, it's the United States, it's everybody. Everything costs more, but are you making more? I'm not. So we have a solution. And here we go, right? You can either do, with less, you can make concessions, or you can make more money. Okay, so since we can't change the cost of everything, we can give you a solution that's going to help you adjust to all the problems that we're seeing with our current financial situations worldwide. So we have 3 non-opinion product categories, one of which you're going to become uniquely familiar with very soon. We can save people money on fuel in multiple different ways. We're talking about high-end users all the way down to the people that use generators to power their homes when they're going through load sharing. Coffee for weight loss will be coming as well. And your dream travel booking, which is already in play in Nigeria. So 3 businesses in one for $29.95 yearly. So as Mitch said at the beginning, I'm going to go through everything through the timing, which we've been around for almost a year. August 1st is going to be our year mark for our official launch. And watching this right now from Nigeria, or even if you're watching it in another country in Africa right now on the recording, you are going to be one of the first to know about this. Okay. So and I think this is going to last for a few years, you guys. I don't think the timing is going to be taken away from everybody. It's going to take us a while to do this the right way in every country that we enter for a series of a few years. Okay, so as you can see here at the beginning, we launched with the X caps there down in the lower left. We had crumbs, just to give you a little perspective here on the crumbs, what they look like. They're about this size for high-end users. Okay, so that's going to be for people that are running big generators to run business, to excavators, to dump trucks, to semi trucks. That's going to be for you. And we did our launch event there in Minneapolis, St. Paul, October 28th through the 30th of 2022. Shortly after that, we had Go Diamond Weekend, which was called the Barn Bash in Wichita, Kansas. We did have another one here recently that's not shown on there. That was in Colorado Springs. That was June 16th through the 18th. And man, you guys, there's so many good things happening here. So our first year, like I said, was going to be finished here in August 1st. And we're going to end up doing about $6.5 million our first year. Now, a lot of these companies that come to market literally fail in their first year. We're not going to be one of those companies. We're anticipating momentum at $2 million a month. And that's going to be, you guys, it's going to be pretty quick here. It's going to be early 2024 in my estimation, maybe mid 2024, but that's the pace that we're on. Critical mass at 10 million a month. Later that year, maybe early 2025, but we're setting this thing up, especially with Nigeria here, to really just pole vault this thing into the stratosphere. And that parabolic effect that you're seeing there in this graph, you're going to see that here in the next 2 years. It's coming. So if you're watching this recording, now is the time to get your spot. If you're in Nigeria, that time is coming here right quick. So definitely get back to the person that invited you to watch this video and make sure that you've got your spot claim. So back to you, Mitch, on that. Let's get into the comp plan.
Well, I'm going to hit product specifically and then the comp plan. So it's all good. Hey, listen, we love to have fun with this, and we just kind of go with the flow, right? So, as Jason was saying, and I think I said it off. Well, and I said it in the very beginning. I didn't really know what was going on here in the very beginning. At least you all have had that. If you're in Nigeria, most of you have had the luxury of at least knowing what's coming. We didn't know what's coming. But after a couple of phone conversations, finally, Mike asked me, who do I know that uses gas or diesel fuel? Sounds like a funny question, right? Remember, we've got different products too, okay? But we're going to talk about our what we're going to call our flagship product right here. But who do you know that uses gas or diesel? Does anybody here have a generator? Yes. Does anybody here have a car? Yes. Does anybody here have a motorcycle or a scooter or a boat or, and I'm going to impress my Nigerian friends here, a KK. I don't know how many people actually own KKs, right? But the tricycles, right? They call them tuk-tuks in the Asian countries and in the Central American countries. And, but anyway, I was asked that question and I thought, well, that's intriguing because everybody does. And he said, who do you know that would like to save money on fuel? And given the fuel prices, particularly with y'all in Nigeria, now the subsidy's gone away. I mean, everybody wants to save some money in fuel, okay? And then he said, who do I know that would want to make some more money? And of course, with this bad worldwide economy, and trust me when I tell you, it's not just bad in Nigeria, it's bad around the world. It's bad here with, like Jason talked about, the inflation and all these things going on. Not just, and that's all based on fuel prices and governments and all these different things. Everybody needs more money. We don't really have very many options. Either you take it out of your savings, and I'm sure everybody here has a vast amount of money in savings, right? You could just take it out of the savings, or you can make more money. Or basically you can ask your boss, hey, I need more money, and they should just go ahead and give it to you. But that's generally not going to happen either. So, but I got very excited because how do you think most people are going to answer these questions? Everybody, both. I mean, basically that's the answer to those questions. So this is our flagship product. I've got some right here, comes in different forms. You just toss it in the fuel. This isn't highly scientific, or I don't need to know how it works. All I know is it's 30 plus years in development. An ex-Chevron fuel scientist is the one that developed this product. It's proven 8 to 12% on average increase in mileage, more Ks, if you will, more run time, and better efficiency, which means what? That means if it's better efficiency, less pollution into the atmosphere. And I think everybody likes that too, right? So it's not just about the fuel savings, but of course, most of us are happy to enjoy that. Millions have been sold around the world already. When I found out, I knew the history actually a little bit of the company that had this, that Andrew and Nancy were with before FFI. They had sold 300 million in the past of this product. There's never been an insurance claim. There's a worldwide insurance policy on it for any vehicle. It doesn't void vehicle warranties or anything like that. So you could be comfortable in using it in your motorized vehicle, your equipment, your generator, or anything like that. All right, it comes in different forms. We've got the original X caps, and by the way, this is what's coming in Nigeria first. Okay, it would be the original X caps. That's first. The first shipments are going to be original X caps. Shortly thereafter, you'll see the mini caps and the Moto Minis. Right? Jason's holding up the Moto Minis. I've got one right here, as a matter of fact. And it comes in a pack up like that, like Jason just showed there. If you can see them, if not, I'll show you. But there's a tablet, and these tablets here treat a smaller amount of fuel for the motorcycles and the KKs and the generators and all that. The regular premium X caps is for the cars and the trucks and things like that. So there's a form of the product that works with just about anything motorized, except for probably an airplane. Don't use it in an airplane. Okay, so there you have it. That's basically the products in terms of the X caps in a nutshell. What I'd like to do, I would like to bring a couple of people on just for a brief testimonial. I mean, brief, everybody, okay? First, I'd like to bring my good friend, Mr. Jim. We call him Cuban. Cuban, can you come on here and unmute for a second and just let us know? Yeah, just for the record, if you can't see his car, but he drives a very valuable car. And sometimes people are like, well, I'm not putting that in my car. Tell us a little bit about your car and your results there, Mr. Jim.
Well, I have a 2021 Chevy Corvette. It costs like $115,000. And I've been running the tabs in my car since October of last year. I've increased my mileage from 18 miles to the gallon to 25 miles to the gallon. If I just drive on the interstate, I can actually get 28 miles to the gallon out of it. And it's just an incredible product. It works well. You put it in and you go. And in a 21 Corvette, you really go.
No doubt about that. I think as those of us that are going to take this seriously and make a lot of money, I think everybody wants a car like yours, Jim. So thank you very much for sharing that. Next, I want to go to Miss Marcia. Marcia, can you unmute briefly and just let us know what's happened with your car? You can hit the unmute button. You're still muted. All right. I'll come back to you, Marcia. You're muted still. All right, I'll ask Lexi. Lexi, can you come on real quick?
I can. So, sorry?
Go ahead. What's
Okay,
going on?
I was gonna say, so my Toyota Sienna did great with the tabs. When I'm very analytical, my husband and I both. And so my husband, when I was testing the tabs to begin with, went online and bought us what is called an OBD2 port reader or port scanner. Looks like this. It's what the mechanics use to plug into your car underneath the steering wheel to see like why your check engine light's coming on. But basically I used that and it gave me all the data straight from my car's computer as to what my mileage, fuel efficiency, everything was doing. And I tested it on my way from Texas to Arizona on a pretty nice long road trip. And I went from 23 miles per gallon, which is what is rated for my Toyota Sienna 2010, to 31.3 miles per gallon. And this is a screenshot of those results. That's just a screenshot of my laptop results. And it works. It works great. So what that did for me is give me, in US, we go by miles. That was another 166 miles out of that tank that I normally would not be getting. I converted that number so that y'all would know what that means in kilometers. And that basically meant that I got an extra 267.15 kilometers out of that tank of fuel that I normally would not have been getting. So it works great. Back to you, Mitch.
Thank you very much. And as you can see, you're hearing from some real people right now, but the testimonials are just flowing in. I mean, we always have people calling and telling us what's going on and how well they're doing with the product. I'm going to try one more time for Miss Marcia. Can you unmute, Marcia? Maybe not. All right. So I cannot hear you, but possibly I can bring on Miss Rebecca. Can you unmute and join us, Rebecca? Becca, going once, going twice. Network problems. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of move along here. Just be assured we've got lots and lots of people that have great testimonials with the product. You can actually go to the company Facebook page, MPG Corp Facebook page, and you can see all the different testimonials there. And you can use those in your marketing and you can copy and paste that. So what I want to do is I want to hit on some of these other products. Some of you may not be too familiar with what else we've got going here, but we're a solutions company, right? And some of us came from a coffee business. Some people came from a travel business. Some people came from different backgrounds and different types of businesses. But in our prior company, we had a wildly successful weight management coffee. And Andrew and Nancy were part of that company. So now we have a coffee that's even better than that, which is called the Slimcore Java. And I'm just here to tell you, people in that company were among the top paid network marketers in the world for a time before the company screwed it all up and then the COVID, right? That's why it's taking a long time, because we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. But let me tell you, we've got this product. Everybody's overweight for the most part. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people are. Even if it's culturally acceptable in your culture, it's still not healthy. We know that. One of my doctor friends is on here, and And, you know, he wants this for his patients. And I'm going to tell you the Slimcore Java is going to come to Nigeria as well. Some of you have been lucky enough to be able to try it. Somebody sent it to you. But this is an amazing product that you're going to have to market. But again, this is going to be after the X caps. Just remember that. So when we, you know, keep seeing the questions, when's the coffee coming? When's the coffee coming? It's coming. It's coming. All these things, as Jason said in the beginning, are part of being first. It's just the way it is, right? So we also have the travel membership. It's fantastic. Let me ask you this. You build a huge worldwide team. You think you're going to travel? You think you might want to go visit your team or help them with presentations somewhere else in the world? Because this is going to spread around the world and you're going to have a team around the world. This is amazing. It helps you save money in the travel. They're going to have specific trips. It's all being put together or added as we speak. It's a patented one-stop shop for everything travel. Okay, that's what you need to know about that. And that's live in Nigeria right now. And some people have chosen to get the travel membership for $200 just to get their early position. Some people have chosen to do that. Many others are waiting for the X caps. And we're going to talk, or Mike at the very end is going to talk about the product packages that everybody's been waiting for. All right. So I'm going to keep admitting people as we move along here. And everybody's here, most everybody's here because of the income opportunity. Does anybody here want to save money in fuel? Those of you that are on camera, you can raise your hand if you're doing testimonial or did a testimonial, but we all want to save the money in fuel. We all like helping people. Some of us want to make a ton of money, right? Some of us want to help set people free, set their families free, and make life easier for a lot of people, okay? That's me, all right? So who do you know? There's another question. Who do you know that wants to make some extra money or maybe a whole bunch of money? Now, keep in mind, this is not get rich quick or anything like that. I'm going to say get rich quicker if you go to work, all right? But I'm not going to say get rich quick by any stretch, but it will be worth it. I promise you that, okay? And I'm not sure why any of you are here for that. You know, what your reasons are, whether maybe you're already comfortable and you want to help other people. Maybe you want that new house or new car or be able to travel or whatever it is. I'm not sure. I could tell you we're taking this around the world. These are the countries right here that are open. Okay, these are the countries that are open: the US, Canada, Mexico, Philippines, South Africa, Nigeria opening as we speak, as you all are aware. And then UK, we just saw UK is live to the degree that it's live right now. Okay, so many of you probably know people in the UK. Okay, so in talking about the income, now I have to make this disclosure. It's pretty simple. Okay, if you don't do anything, you're not going to make anything. There's no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees of anything. But if you get to work, you'll see what happens, because there's nothing else out there that's going to set you up like this. And this comp plan, we put it up against any comp plan out there. There's nothing like it. Mike, I'm going to ask Mike to come on here. Oh, Mike's on here already. Ask Mike to come on here in a second or a few minutes and talk about, you know, the differences or maybe why, you know, if there's nothing else out there like this, okay? But just keep in mind, no guarantees of income. You don't do anything, you're not going to make anything, but you can do really, really well if you choose. Huge unlimited earning potential. If, you know, for $100 or $200, something like that, you can get started in your own business. Who knows, maybe less on the Nigeria packages Mike's going to talk about. And maybe do that part-time, 5 to 20 hours a week for a couple of years, and maybe make a 7-figure, 5, 6, 7-figure income. Would you do it? I mean, I would hope everybody would say, yeah. You want to come on now, Mike, or you want me to wait until the end and bring you up then with the packages? Mike likes it when I talk. All right. So anyway, we're in several markets if you haven't figured that out, okay? And then we're all solutions based. So we'll be coming up with more and more, adding more products as we move along here. It may look different 12 months from now, 24 months from now. It's going to look different. And today is the worst it's going to be. I'm going to tell you that. It's going to get better and better and better and better, even though you don't think it can. But we're part of the fuel industry, huge. The direct sales industry, huge. The weight loss industry, Coffee industry, huge. Travel industry, huge. And people have built gigantic businesses on any of these things. Okay. I mean, you could take one of those things and build a huge business. All right. So we've got several product lines, as you know. So let's talk about how you make money here. We've got a highly retailable products. It's really important from a legality standpoint that people buy the products even if there's no opportunity attached. Okay. And I believe that I know for sure we have that. I've got somebody on my team, Mike mentioned him the other day, Carlos, may even be on here. And Carlos had made 1,500 US his very first month by doing nothing but selling product retail. This right here. Crazy. People want the product. So we have a highly retailable product. You make a retail markup of $10 basically for each one of them packs that you sell. $10 up front. So let's say it costs you to get started, or you invest in product, let's say $100. Okay. All you got to do is sell 10 of these at $20, make $10 profit, and you got your $100 back. How much does the business cost you? Nothing. Okay. So you got the retail profits, you get a website, people buy on your website, you get paid. Simple. Okay. They buy products on your website, you get paid. Fast start bonuses. When people buy one of the product packs, there's a fast start bonus attached to that. Okay. Here, I'm going to step back right here. This talks a little bit about that retail markup. Okay. Don't pay attention to this $49 thing right here, because that's not specific to Nigeria. Okay. So the fast start bonuses are these upfront bonuses, probably between $20 and $80 when people come in as a distributor and buy their pack. Okay. What is that? It's called an investment. You invest in a little bit of product. The business itself is only $30 a year, likely to be mostly waived for Nigeria. It might even be $1 or $10 or something like that, because again, we have an eye toward making sure everybody can participate. Okay. So fast start bonuses, then we got the dual team commissions. Now this is where it starts to get really exciting, because see, many of you haven't been in this world before, in this business before, a lot of you have. And people wonder, why is it that Jim Cuban there is so excited about selling these things for $20, right? Not even thinking the bigger picture. People don't understand, many people don't understand the exponential growth aspect of network marketing, okay? People tell people. 2 turns into 4, turns into 8. I mean, it can move very, very quickly, okay? But here's how this works. As the computer keeps track of people basically in 2 groups, okay? We're going to call it a left group and a right group. We'll help you with that. Don't get bogged down in that. And then what happens is every time there's a certain amount of business in each group, 100 what we call CV, okay, commissionable volume, it generates a $20 check. Now that may not sound like a lot until you multiply it by how many people, right? As this thing moves, it's going to get very, very big. And I'm going to tell you something too about commissions and about income in network marketing. And I could say this with certainty, aside from, the CEO of Tesla or Coke or, some of these kind of companies that, these people made millions and millions of dollars, the CEOs, there's not a profession on earth. I'm telling you, the top income earners in network marketing make more than any other profession. That's why people get so excited about it. You don't have to have college. You don't have to have the education. You just have to be able to talk to people and be motivated. That's it. This portion of our compensation plan maxes out at $30,000 a week. Anybody here live on $30,000 a week? Okay, I can. I could live on $30,000 US a week. Now, of course, that's in a perfect world. This is not a perfect world. It's not going to happen, but it's possible, right? So that's why they have that cap. $30,000 a week. Now this right here is probably the most exciting part. Okay. And the reason this is so exciting is this is a bonus paid on the people that you bring in that get motivated and go out and build a business. So as an example, if I was to bring in Lexi, if I was to bring in Lexi there and helped her make $1,000 a week, that's a bonus for me of 20%, $200 extra. Okay. And if Lexi was to bring in Jason there, and that would be second level to me, Jason, I would actually make a 20% bonus based on that rock star guy right there's income for the week. Okay, and believe me, you want to recruit some people like, you know, some of these people right here. Right? So, and this executive check match goes up to 7 levels deep based on rank. And when they tested this when they tested the comp plan, this was actually triple the amount in a perfect world. Of course, it's not perfect, but this was actually triple the amount of the dual team. Now that is crazy. Okay, so this right here is probably ultimately going to be the most profitable part for our leaders. Now, the product packs. Mr. Renz is going to come up here shortly, and he's going to talk about the product packs. So I'm not going to go into it right here, but let's just say this is the US product packs right here. You know, there's coffee, there's travel, there's combinations, you know, based on the USA. And each country will have specific packs. Mike's going to talk about that. There's coffee only packs. When the coffee launches, you'll see that. Okay. There's very little overhead. Okay. If you own a business, most traditional businesses, what, you got to pay rent, you got to pay all this overhead and so on and so on. And it's very, very costly. Here, what's your overhead? I don't know, maybe $50 or $100 a month, product order, whatever. Maybe even less. I mean, we're not talking about a lot of expense here. And again, if you're making money, there is no cost. Okay, the only cost is your time. Think about that for a second. So with that being said, you know, where do you see yourself? And now, if you're not part of what we're doing right now, and I know we have guests on here, you need to get back to the person that invited you on here and just tell them, you know, are you interested or not? And most people say, you know, we put it in terms of a scale of 1 to 10, scale of 1 to 6. I don't know, for whatever reason, not ready to join us. That's kind of crazy, but some people are like that. Well, guess what? Become a customer, try the product. You'll love it. You know, get some from the person that brought you here, you know, or get it on their website or whatever. But if you're a 7 to 10, okay, some of us are 10s. Anybody here a 10? I'm a 10, he's a 10, she's a 10. See, I could see everybody on here. You guys can't, but I'm just telling you, everybody's picking up their hand at 10. All right. Because if you're a 10, you're smart and you know what's going to happen here. Nobody has something where people like you, and you are the people that are literally waiting in line for what we have. Leaders are lining up in other countries for what we have, and they're waiting. It's incredible. And we're literally within a couple of days, okay? And I can say that with high confidence, all right? So with that being said, what I want to do is I want to bring up Mr. Michael Renz as an introduction. He's in beautiful Wisconsin, USA, triple diamond with the company. He made triple diamond in a month. Triple diamond or double diamond, I'm sorry, double diamond in a month. And many of you here, and I think everybody here ought to settle for the fact that you could be the very first diamond in Nigeria. Now that's exciting. With that being said, Mr. Michael Renz, let's talk about these packages that I see here that nobody has seen.
All right. Well, thank you, Mitch. Guys and gals, welcome here, everybody from Nigeria and everyone else that's on here to see the momentum that we have in place. And everybody needs to appreciate the leadership that's on board here. Mitch and Jason, I mean, these guys got this dialed in. So it's just so nice to be able to just do my part on here versus carrying a load. So appreciate you guys very much. Great presentation and instrumental. These guys are instrumental in this whole deal. So I'll just say this, that when Mitch was talking about, are you a 5? Are you a 10? That number of 10 is a secret number. I can tell you the UK just opened yesterday, and the 4th app just went in here minutes ago. That's why I was scrambling while we're on the Zoom. The 4th distributor signed up in the UK right now. And what you want to think about is, are you going to be number 10 when we sign up here? Are you going to be number 20? For those that have already signed up with the travel, congratulations, you got the first mover advantage. But it's all about timing. You don't have to worry, is this going to work or it isn't going to work? This product did over 350 million, this one product. And it's not a matter of if it's gonna work, it's how fast is it gonna work. And in Nigeria, with the price of fuel doubling, via those government subsidies dropped, you couldn't ask for more perfect timing. So how this is gonna work is next Tuesday, there's gonna be a corporate, or we're doing another Zoom. We're gonna have either Christy, International Marketing Director, or Randy, the CEO, or Nancy, or a combination of them on. And what you want to think about is right now, between now and next Tuesday, how many people will you have on? Because our Zoom on Tuesday, I think, was mid-50s. And we got people that couldn't get on, the link was broken, issues on connectivity. We're putting out a recording of this one as well. And the early bird gets a worm. And it's not just, are you first to join in Nigeria? What you have to understand is your founding position of today, of next week, when that drop down goes live, is like a day is like a month next year, right? What can happen in 1 month of you taking action can put you miles ahead of everybody else coming in. And we're here, I'm here to tell you, we have no doubt that what happens here in Nigeria is probably going to be the biggest company launch our company's seen to date, including South Africa, including the EU that's opening, including the UK that just opened yesterday. My gal just signed up the 4th person in the entire United Kingdom. Do you think they have an advantage over what happens next month? They're an absolute founder. And what we're going to do here with Nigeria is we're going to get slides made up to become a founding 100 member. And what that means is when your market hits 1,000 people, you will not only be involved early to benefit from that, but you are the key leaders in the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. And you need to think about, it's not just your Nigerian market, because the UK is open. They opened yesterday. All of the EU is open. And you want to ask yourself through your social media contacts, relatives, you all know people in the US, you know people in Europe, you know people in Southeast Asia, you know people all across Africa. And here we go, the Nigerians are going to have an advantage before we open Ghana. And I know every Nigerian out here knows somebody in Ghana, and you know a lot of them, right? Uganda, Kenya, Botswana, right? As your country, or as your market opens, Nigeria and South Africa have what they call the first mover advantage, just like Mitch and Jason and all the leaders that are on here. We had the advantage because of us. We built the company, right? We build the company. And so here's what's going to happen with the PACs. Now, if anybody was approached about being a stockist, we're going to start interviews on that next week. The leaders are getting information over. If you're a person that feels that you want to invest into being part of the company's arm as a distribution outlet, those are not in our control. That's a company situation. There'll be more to come on that. We are going to have some other smaller packages in time that to make sure everybody in Nigeria can play. We're not starting with those packages because right now it's going to take everything we have to get this off the ground. So these are the final packages as of right now. And what happens here is when you look at the starter 5 package, it's a $69 enrollment. We cut the $29.95 off to $9.95. That's a yearly fee. That gives you a website to market around the world. That gives you your paid commissions, your global e-wallet, paid in different currencies, and there'll be more to come on that. That gives you the ability to market anywhere in the world and get paid. The company ships product. You do not have to do any of the work but promote it. And that starter pack is going to allow somebody to come in that maybe can't afford the bigger pack. And I'm going to stress why you want to go for a bigger pack, but you have to do what's right for you. But this will allow you to get in, get 5 packs of caps. When the mini caps come, there'll be a marketing angle on that. And what you want to do is if you come in at that pack, your goal is to sign people up. If you sign up customers, that CV is going to move you up to 50. And if you can sign up enough customers to move that volume number from 25 to 50, you're going to get qualified in a team commission standpoint. If you don't get that number to 50 to be qualified, You're only going to be able to earn fast start commissions off signups, distributors, customers. So it's going to be very important that you sign up customers or you double back in and order more product, but you want to get that CVQV to 50 to get paid the team commissions portions. And we have to do it this way because we have a lot of cost of doing this, opening this, shipping costs, things that we're eating. We cut the enrollment price down. We have a lot at stake of allowing people to get in to make them afford it. And if you retail that product, you can turn your profit back and go in and order that again and move yourself into a team commission qualified. But I highly suggest if you're looking at starting with that little pack, it's here so everybody can play, and there may even be smaller packs once we're fully open, because we don't want to leave anybody out. We understand the economy there. We want to have this business help people. So we're really bending it here as tight as we can to make this happen. But if you're looking at the $69 pack, I would highly urge you to figure it out to come in at least the 119. And here's why. You're going to get double the product, but you're also going to be qualified for team commissions right away. And if you're building with that pack, even if you come in with a 5-pack, you're still going to earn the 20 fast starts on enrolling distributors. But if you're not at 50 points to activate your account, which guys and gals, we moved that 11-pack, $119. We moved that to a silver qualifier for 60 days. So you might be wondering, why is this adjusted like this? That is $100 less than what other markets have for a silver pack. So we're allowing you to make a 20% match right out of the gate for 60 days on a 119 pack and get you fully in the game to maximize your commissions. So, and the hiccup here is if you do the 5-pack, you're going to have to sell enough product to reorder another 5-pack, which would be 160 then, or you're going to have sign up customers to get into being qualified as a distributor, because they can't allow you to earn everything in team commissions and pay all these heavy matching bonuses for somebody that got in at 69 versus somebody that came in at 119.
So Mike, let me ask you a quick question. So what I'm seeing here for simplicity, because by the way, I'm seeing this for the first time, guys, as well. But what I see here is if somebody's in a position where they're struggling financially, there's a way for them to start at $69.95, right? That's what I see.
Yeah.
And then I see a second pack for $119.95. And then I see another pack for $229.95. That's what I see. That's correct?
Yep.
Okay, great. Everybody ought to be like jumping out of their seats for that. Okay.
Well, and here's the difference is if somebody does start at the 69, we want to get them started. That's why we cut the enrollment fee down to $9.95, and that's a yearly situation. But what happens is for an additional $50, you're going to get 6 more packs of caps, which is value to you. You're going to get team commissions of 100 points left, 100 points right. You're going to be into the team commissions right away. And you're going to be at silver for 60 days. So if somebody you sign up takes off, now you could start with a little pack and go sell a couple silvers, right? But and get paid the money to do a bigger pack and upgrade. But if you were at the silver to begin with, once you sign up 2 people, you're going to make that extra 20 in cycle pay. You're going to get matching bonus right away. And the company, I think, did a really good job to make this feasible. Keep in mind, in the USA, to be a gold pack for 90 days, that means you get 20/20 on all your personals, all their personals. That's $229 here. In our normal packages, that's $300 to $399. So, I mean, this is adjusted extremely tight. Now, here's another piece. If somebody is a longer distance or don't want to deal with ordering monthly, when they join, they can order their monthly order, which is going to be, I think, $39. We lowered that by $20. They can also do 3 months of auto ship at $109, which automatically will keep them qualified per month, right? But they'll get all the product at one time. So let's say somebody comes in with the $199 and they pay the $119. They can order monthly at 50 points or order whatever they want. Or if they want to get all the product at once, they'll get another 10 packs of X caps for $109. And that would make it about the same price as a gold pack, but they'll be fully qualified for 3 months plus the month that they joined. They won't need to order anything for 4 months. And that will allow them to get out there and start building, earning commissions, not worrying about paying for a monthly order. They'll be qualified for 4 months, and they'll have more than enough product to really get out there and build it. And we know they'll move that product, so they will go reorder, but it will allow them from having to order monthly or deal with paying shipping to get products or going to a stockist to get products. It's just a way for them to get in fully, completely, and be fully activated for 4 months. So I think there's big value in this. And then after the launch, we believe that the mini caps will be the second product, and then the third product will be the coffee. And then keep in mind, once we're fully operational, there may be at stockists or at the office a smaller 3-pack and maybe a 2-pack for them people that really want to get in. It's not really the way to go, but we're trying to make this doable for anybody that wants to play. And I believe it's more than fair. I believe that any of these packages, like the people that joined with travel to get a spot in early, $229 is a great value if I sent you a box of air. You got to keep in mind, these are founding positions that we're not asking for a big amount of money to become a founding leader in the company. It's very unusual. Usually companies want big money to upsell you to make a big sale. You can become an early distributor here for $69. So I hope that helps. Now our next thing is this event next Tuesday on the same link. You guys keep in mind, we have 8 diamonds in the company, 11 emeralds. These numbers are not correct. About 20 rubies. So Jason and Mitch, you just heard from, are top 40 in the company, 50 in the company. We have over 200 platinums. We only have about 100 and some golds, and we got knocking on the doors of 1,500 silvers. Silver is 4 people, gold is 8 people, platinum is 12 people, and then sapphire, like Lexi and John, rubies, emeralds, diamonds. And I put together 28 people, and I worked with them 28 people for 28 days and went double diamond my first month. And to all the people in Nigeria here right now, today you have a chance to start your race today. You have a week or so till we go live, and the person with the most people on Tuesday Zoom, the most people that have their 10, 12 ready to go, whoever becomes the first 10 platinums in Nigeria, obviously will become the first sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds. And everybody wants to join with the leaders of the team. You have to want to become the leader. You not only want to be the dominant force in Nigeria, you want to be the entire top leader in not only all of Africa, but you want to be in the first 20 diamonds in the company. And I hope this information helps. I'd like to thank everybody for promoting today. I'm going to hand it back to Mitch and Jason. You guys, any finishing thoughts? We'll get this recording out. And I told corporate we're going to have 100 people on a Zoom next Tuesday. And every leader that's on here from Nigeria and in the US, we've got to build this thing like our lives depend on it. We need 100 plus on here Tuesday, and that'll force this to happen quickly. We're going live, and it's going to be next week.
Yeah, the more, well, we're at the end of the week already this week, the more we have on the Zooms, the more attention we get and the faster things move. All right, you got to think about that. So I'm going to do a little Q&A here at the end, but just to finish this part out, Jason, if you don't mind, can you unmute and talk a little bit about this event? Because all of you in Africa, the African countries, Nigeria included, are invited to come to the US October 6th to 8th. What is the value of people coming to this event, Jason? Got to unmute, buddy. There you go.
There we go. I was waiting for it. Had to have permission. Yeah, well, I mean, statistically, obviously, those of you that are familiar with these businesses, those who show up, go up, and it's going to be no different with this. We've seen it with the previous events. Every time we've springboarded into the next event with more and more and more people, and it's going to be no different for this one. You know, so if you are in a position, you're in Nigeria, that you can make it to this event, you know, there's going to be some of you that get started next week, and you just blow it out of the water. And those are the people you're going to need to be there. You're going to need to make arrangements to come to Dallas, United States, and represent. You know, people that you know, that are joining your team are going to want to see you on all the footage. You know, the people in Texas that we have in Texas, I'm expecting the moon, because it's in your backyard. You guys got to blow this thing out. And there are a lot of our United States Nigerian team is located in Houston, Dallas, you know, all the bigger cities there in Texas. You guys, you got to be there. Just if for anything, because you understand the concept of showing up, getting those nuggets, and then what your team looks like as you come out of that event. Those who show up, go up, and it's with every event we have. So set the standard for your team going forward. Make plans to be there, you guys. It'll pay off.
Okay, so I'm watching my texts. There's people that are texting me as we speak regarding, let's do another meeting on Saturday. So guess what? We're going to do another one on Saturday. We'll go ahead and put it out. Saturday, I don't know the time, but probably, I don't know. We'll put it all out, but I believe we're going to do one on Saturday. We really need to build for a huge turnout on Tuesday. We're going to have either the CEO on, or our master distributors, or both, or it's going to be a very special meeting on Tuesday. Okay, but Saturday is how you build for Tuesday. So we want everybody to bring people on Saturday, your best contacts, and then Tuesday is going to be unbelievable. So that being said, I'm going to go over some Q&A here in a second off the recording, but so let me stop the recording. If you're watching this on somebody's YouTube channel, get back to the person that invited you. Your parents invited you to be here, and let them know you're ready to get started and you're with us. We're excited to have you. God bless. Like, share the page that you're seeing this on, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. All right, everybody.